Hey YouTube, my name's Nicole, and I'm so excited to be doing this. I've been wanting to start my own YouTube channel for a really long time now, and I finally have the confidence up. I've lost over 175 pounds, and we've been eating healthy, and we've made a lot of drastic changes in our lives, and so this is me putting myself out there, so please be gentle with your criticisms. Anyway, my YouTube channel is going to be all about cooking healthy food on a budget. I know that a lot of people think that, it's just too expensive to cook healthy food. And with the simplicity, the convenience of running through a fast food place, it's cheap, it's easy, it's convenient, it's fast. But if you're like me and you want to try to eat healthy, um, but you're like me and you're below the poverty level and you think that it's just too expensive and too difficult and you can't do it, stay tuned. We're going to do it together. Um, Please excuse the poor video quality. My cameraman right now is currently my laptop on my lap. Tonight for dinner, my cameraman is probably going to be one of my two kids that are at home still. A little bit about me. First off, I am 36. Oh my gosh, I'm 36 years old. I had gastric bypass back in November of 2016. I have lost 175 pounds so far, and I'm not done yet. So still losing, still doing good, still exercising, eating healthy. My 7-year-old daughter, Olivia, whom you will meet tonight for dinner, is extremely high functioning autistic. She is gluten-free, dairy-free. I have a tree nut allergy. So we are also nut-free, although we do eat peanuts because they're not a nut, they're a legume. And we try to stay away from a lot of soy because soy is just not as good for you as a lot of people think it is. And I'm tired of feeding my children poison, basically. With my daughter's autism, I noticed that when I changed her diet, her behavior changed drastically. She's able to sit still and she's able to focus at school. She was an angry ball of terror for a little while, made home life quite stressful. But when I changed her diet, all of that changed. She used to also complain a lot about stomach aches, cramping. She had difficult times going to the bathroom. And when I took out all of the gluten and all of the dairy and the soy and tried to feed her as organic as possible, I know organic food is really expensive. And especially organic meats, where you can buy a whole chicken at Walmart for like $6 or $7. An organic chicken is about $25, and that is not within our budget. My monthly food budget is around $250 to $275, and I feed myself, my 13-year-old daughter, and my 7-year-old daughter on all of that. And we don't eat out, and we don't cook crap boxed foods. We eat a lot of produce. Because our food budget is so small, we don't eat a lot of meat. But when I find a really good sale, I snatch up as much as I can. So in order to substitute for protein, a lot of the times we'll do quinoa or we'll do chickpeas or garbanzo beans, however whatever you like to call them. And let's see, we do a lot of black beans. Now we do a lot. We do eat a lot of chicken because I can buy whole chickens and cut them up myself and make that whole chicken last for a few meals. I also like to do pulled pork because I can stretch that out for a while. Big roasts we like to cook because those can be stretched out for quite a while. So, you know, if you are interested in eating healthy on a strict budget, stay tuned. Tonight for dinner, we're going to be having um, garlic butter pasta with broccoli. And I know a lot of people call it pasta, but we just say pasta. It's just pasta. Call it whatever you want. Pronounce it however you like. No judgments on this channel. But we don't eat gluten, and I have not found a good gluten-free pasta noodle that doesn't turn to mush or just taste weird and grainy, gritty feeling sometimes in my mouth. So a lot of times when we do pasta, I'll substitute out and do spaghetti squash, or I have my little veggetti that I really, really like, and we'll do zucchini or yellow squash in that. So tonight it's going to be spaghetti squash. And since we're also dairy free, there is no real butter in the garlic on the buttery garlic sauce. So it's just going to be, you know, margarine. I don't like eating margarine because some people told me that it's like one molecule away from being plastic or something like that. I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I don't know how true it is or not. I'm sure a lot of people out there are a lot more informed than I am, but it is what we can afford on my budget. So right now, this video is already almost 7.5 minutes long, and we haven't even started cooking dinner yet. So, sorry for the long intro. I just wanted to give you kind of a backstory about me and my family. We are poor. We're extremely below the poverty level, you would say. And every little bit helps. I have friends that find really good deals on produce at the stores, and they bring it over, and that helps out a lot. But tonight's dinner should be less than $5, and we'll feed 3 people for probably 2 meals. Well, at least 2 meals for me because my stomach is this big. But we'll see how much it makes, and we're also going to be trying new recipes for the first time on this channel. So I'll find a recipe that sounds good, gather up all the ingredients, and we'll cook it together right here, and you will get honest opinions from me and my children on our feelings about how it tastes, and so you know whether you want to try it or not. Sometimes if I find a recipe and we don't really like it at first, I'll go back and tweak it a little bit and make it a second time. And sometimes then it really goes over well. So we're going to do all of this together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And please subscribe and let me know in comments how you feel. Give me feedback. Every little bit helps. I know I say the word a lot. You don't have to tell me that. I'm going to try my hardest to stop saying all the time. My public speaking professor from college would absolutely beat me in the head with a shovel. Anyway, so stay tuned. Tonight is dinner, and it's going to be super duper fun. And hope you join us. Hello, it's dinner time. Well, it's time to start cooking dinner, okay? And like I said before, we're going to be doing buttery garlic noodles, but instead of regular noodles that are full of gluten, we're going to be using spaghetti squash. Let me get some stuff ready. Let me move my camera so you can see my working station here. And there's Olivia. I told you you'd be meeting her. Okay. So I have here 2 spaghetti squash. Got my squashes. I like to cut them this way, where they're the 2 round ends, and then I turn them upside down. I know some people like to cut them this way, but I prefer to turn it and cut it this way. So it's just however you prefer. If you've never done one, you might want to try it both ways. It's my personal preference. So I'm going to cut this. They can be quite difficult to cut, and it doesn't have to be exact. You just want to get them in half. And Olivia, can you grab us a spoon? A nice big one?
This?
No, that is a gravy spoon. I just want a spoon. Yep, a spoon, and I need to get a bowl. Now, when you cut your spaghetti squash, you're going to see you got all of this on the inside here, and you need to scoop out all of the seeds and really clean it out really well. I save my seeds and roast them for later. We really enjoy eating roasted seeds. We like pumpkin seeds, squash seeds, any kind of squash that has a seed. You can toast it up and have it for a snack. I'm just scraping this out here. My squash are just a little bit overripe. I'm tossing seeds everywhere as I'm doing this. But they're still good. They're not so overripe that it's inedible or anything like that. They're still really good. So this is one that's been all cleaned out. And all of this meat right here is going to turn into noodles. So if you've never cooked with a spaghetti squash before, it's going to be a real treat for you. I've got my oven set to 375 already. And Olivia, you are going to take this. This is the oil, so don't spill it, okay? But you're going to take this little basting brush. I like to call it my paintbrush. And you're just going to go all around the outside like that. And then also all over on the inside. Okay? Yeah, I just did this one, and then I will give you the next one to do. You just want to make sure that you get it all nicely coated in the olive oil. Okay?
Yeah.
So let me scoop out the insides of this one. And I'm probably going to speed up the video whenever I do the editing process. Because now that you've seen me do one, the rest of these are all going to be the same. Although it might be funny to watch Olivia oil these up. I don't know. Here you go. Here's one. And this is just what we do for dinner.
Most of the nights.
Yeah, most of the nights. We do a lot of spaghetti squash. What else do we use for noodles, Livy?
We use zucchini, and sometimes we mix them up and actually make spaghetti, and we put like a sauce and meat in
Spaghetti sauce and meat, yeah.
Yeah, and so it just make a spaghetti. It's easy.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the tool is that I use to make noodles with the zucchini? It's called a veggetti.
It's called a veggetti.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds weird.
This particular squash has seeds almost to the rind down at the bottom. I just want to make sure that I get all of the seeds and any of the slimy membrane out. You don't want to eat the slimy membrane.
It doesn't taste very good.
It's not going to make good noodles at all. So So I'm going to get this last one.
This one is a top.
Huh?
Isn't this a top?
I don't know. It's all
Oh no, it's bottom.
the same.
That one's the top.
I'm spilling seeds everywhere. They're popping out of here. Oh, and on the floor.
Yep.
Dog's going to get to eat it.
Yep. We have a dog named Eddie. He tears up every single thing in our living room.
He does. He's a puppy, though. And doesn't know. We're working on training him.
There's oil on it.
Yeah, you're going to have to wash your hands. Okay. All right. That one is good to go. All right. You're going to get that going. Let me clean up my mess here.
Not tomato.
Now, after she gets those oiled up really well, we're going to season them with some garlic because garlic is life.
Oh yeah.
We love garlic in this house. We eat it on just about everything.
We even eat it on our spaghetti.
Yep. It's good on spaghetti. It's good on about everything. Did you get it all oiled up? Now you got to get the tops too real good.
I did.
You did? Let me check it. Let me turn this light on. You can see a little bit better. Oh, let's get that one just a little bit better on the top. Right there. Let's see. Right here. There wasn't a whole lot right there.
I mean, you can even see it in the video.
You got oil? Hold on, let me get you. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we're going to set this olive oil aside because we never waste a drop of olive oil.
No. Oh.
I had to take a drink. I love this right here. If anybody else drinks this, comment below. I can't process sugar because of my my gastric bypass surgery that I have. So, yes, I drink diet with the aspartame, but, you know, I have very few other options. So, we're not going to set that on there. It'll get burned.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
50-50.
Oh, capsicum.
No, it has aspartame. Okay. So, I've got my organic garlic powder. I got this at Walmart. It's the Great Value version. I think they are maybe like $4 or $5 a piece. I don't know. I do have a dehydrator. I'm actually
Dehydrated fruit for me because I'm dairy free, and so I'm like the only kid in my class that I can't eat anything there because almost every single thing that the kids bring has dairy on it.
dairy or gluten.
Dairy or gluten.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to just eat my dry fruit. It's easy peasy. We just put like some sugar and cinnamon.
Okay. You're getting off track, and I love your enthusiasm, but let's cook spaghetti squash today, and then we'll dehydrate fruit in another video. Okay? Okay. Anyway, getting a little off topic. Okay, so like I said, the organic garlic powder, I love it. It has a great flavor, and it's fresh. I don't measure a lot of things. I just sprinkled it over the tops and all down inside, all of them. Now my oven is already preheated. I'm going to turn these upside down. Sorry about that. It was a little loud. They're kind of slippery from the oil, so it was a little loud. And can you scoot your chair back? And we're going to pop these in the oven for probably, I'm going to check them in 40 minutes. And see kind of what it's doing then. I like to really, really cook them a little longer than a lot of people do. I like, I'll just show you what they look like when they're all done. I like them really soft. And I know some people like them a little more al dente. So you can cook them to where they just start to pull off of the rind, and I'll show you that. I'll pull it out and show you what it looks like when it is done, and then what it looks like whenever I'm done with it, because it's a little different. My kids like them to be just a little softer, with a little less bite to it, but it's everybody's own personal preference as far as that goes. So this light is getting a terrible glare, and I'm sorry, but if I don't have this light on in my kitchen, you can't see me at all. So anyway, I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I'll come back in probably 30 minutes, check them, and then check them about every 10 minutes after that, and I'll keep you posted on their progress. Okay? Okay, so we got 3 more minutes left on the spaghetti squash until we're going to check it at the 30-minute mark. While that has been cooking, I went ahead and I chopped up 2 heads of broccoli. I'll show you this, just into bite-sized pieces. Got those going. And I decided we needed some protein, so I had boiled up a chicken a few weeks ago, and I only used about half of the meat whenever I made a big pot of chicken chili. And so I saved the rest of it, and I froze it in a Ziploc bag, and so I just thawed it out, and so we're going to use this to go in with our pasta and broccoli. So it's going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and take a look at it. You're such a silly girl. Everything's going to go in my wok, so I have my wok setting out, ready to go. Just need to check this.
Did I have broccoli with breakfast? I had plain old broccoli.
You had broccoli for breakfast?
I mean for lunch, and a little cut thing.
Yeah. So you can see, you can't see yet. Hold on. No, not yet. Let me cook it up. So you can see they're very hot. You want to, I mean, they're in the oven. They're cooking, so they're going to be hot. You can see it's starting to get really good. Now, since this pulls away, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get it in my hand so you can see it a little better. But it's steaming. You can see the steam. It's really hot. But when you take your fork in, if it pulls away like that, then it's done. But I like mine to be done a little more than that. So I'm going to stick it back in the oven. There we go. Got it back upside down. I'm going to stick it back in the oven for just a few more minutes. And we'll check it in, We'll check it in probably about 10 minutes and see how it's going from there. Okay, so I'm back, and I ended up cooking them for a total of 50 minutes. And let me see if I can move the camera a little closer.
Do you use spatula so you don't have to touch them?
I don't know how well you can see, but if you see how this is kind of going in a little bit, it's starting to get tender on the outside too. That's how I like to cook them, like that, where they're just a little extra cooked. So I'm going to set these aside and let them cool off because they're entirely too hot to handle right now. Watch out, sister. Eddie's in the way. I'm going to get my wok here and put just a little bit of water down in the bottom of it. Not very much. Just to kind of help cook the broccoli here. Let me show you how much water is in there. See, there's not very much water in there at all. Not yet. And I'm going to turn it on high just to heat that water up. And now you can go ahead and toss in the broccoli. No, don't do it one at a time. We're going to just dump the whole bowl. Okay? So I want you to scoot your chair over. There we go. I'll hold this. I know, I'll hold it. All right. Dump the whole bowl in there. All right. Perfect. Good job. Don't touch the food.
I'm not going tucked off of it.
You're touching the food is what you're doing. And I'm just looking for a little spatula of some sort.
I already saw a spatula in there.
Looking for my wooden one.
Oh. I think I know what that one is.
Alright. Oh, there it is. I see it. This drawer is an absolute mess.
We have too much of it. Too much.
I have too many utensils for my drawer.
Do I do that, Mom?
Okay. Yep. You want to stir it up? Okay. So I'm just going to let her stir it up. I'll see if I can angle this down for you so you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that water kind of steam and cook the broccoli. You don't need to hold on to this handle. There you go. Now the broccoli is done when it's a bright green color. Right now it's kind of, it's green, but it's kind of dull. So whenever it starts to become like a bright green color and then the water starts to evaporate or kind of cook out of it, then we know that it's done. Here, let me hold this, and that way you can get your other hand back away from it. You don't have to constantly stir it. I just wanted it kind of mixed up a little bit. Just kind of let it go. There we go. While that's going there, I'm going to just let that cook there. You're so funny. I'm going to take my chicken that I had thawed out.
Big chicken.
And
chicken. Just a little piece. Like chicken.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, you can have some. Just a little piece. No, not that big piece. You have just a little piece. Okay. That'll work.
Ew, that's
I'm gonna take some of these big pieces here and just kind of cut them up a little bit. It's kind of already shredded from whenever I deboned the chicken because I was doing it for chili. So I wasn't really concerned with taking it apart whole. You can do this with any meat though, if you don't like chicken or if you have turkey left over from Thanksgiving or Christmas. Just want to make sure that it goes through.
Well, maybe people have done Christmas.
I just want to make sure that I go through and get any of the pieces that are still big just down into bite-sized pieces. Nothing uniform or anything like that. My broccoli is really starting to brighten.
Gotta get that thing in.
Yeah, you want to stir a little bit more. You hold this. Holy moly. It's smoking. It's not smoking, it's steaming. Right? Ooh, careful. Mommy wasn't holding it very tight.
Oh my God!
Here, let me see.
Holy moly! It's burning my fingers. You can see them chopping off. They're getting tiny.
Now the water is almost completely gone. There's just a little bit left in there. I want to make sure that I get it all out. I'm just going to let it cook for just a little bit longer. I like my broccoli to still be kind of crunchy. So that's why I do it this way. I know, it's our first video. Is it exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to do 2 videos today. What's our second video going to be?
My oats.
What are they called?
They're called oats. And
they're called overnight oats. No, we're not going to get it out right now. There we go. They're called overnight oats because we mix them up at night and we stick them in the fridge, and in the morning when it's breakfast time and we're running late for school, we just pull them out, pop them in the microwave, and eat them, right?
Yeah. And you have to do it for 30, put them in there for 30 minutes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, and then mix it up, and then just in case it's not all the way done, and put it back in there for another 30 seconds. Hey!
I didn't push play. I wonder if Eddie unpaused it. No, Eddie didn't do it.
He's right there. There's a ghost in our house.
So there's not a ghost in our house.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not. It just started. So, all the water's gone now, and so I have my organic,
garlic,
minced garlic. I don't know if you can see that. There's kind of a glare. There we go. There we go. So, no, because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to use just yet.
Can I put that spoon in there?
So about that much. I don't know. That's kind of like a teaspoon. Go ahead and plop it in. Put that in there. Stir that up. And I'm going to get my butter. I use a lot of butter.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not real butter. It's fake butter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we use a lot of it.
Too much butter.
No. You never have too much butter. That's what the first day. Hold on just a second. Let me see it. And just toss that all together. Some of my broccoli is really starting to
get
brown up a little bit here.
I can do it.
I know you can. I'm trying to see how much garlic is in there. It looks like we probably need just a touch more garlic. You keep stirring. I'm going to turn this down to medium. Put it down to medium. Add just a little bit more butter because I love butter. It's okay.
Eating butter raw. Put that garlic in. Put that garlic in. I'm the one who will.
There we go.
I love garlic.
You do love garlic.
I will.
All right, we're going to turn this down even further to like a medium low. And I'm going to get the... I'm going to get this over here. Move, Eddie. Eddie likes to be right underfoot when we're doing anything. Doesn't matter what we're doing, he likes to be a part of it.
He likes playing games.
Yes, he does.
He wants to play cards.
Turn it up just a little bit. I don't know if your oven has numbers on it like mine does. It has like minimum and then 1 through 8 and then maximum. So I'm probably at in between like a 3 and a 4 right now. So,
the extra.
They are super hot still.
Hot.
Now, you need to be careful. You don't stir things that are hot violently, and we don't want it all up on the sides. We kind of want it to be down in the middle to where it can really sit in that butter and garlic and really soak up those flavors. Okay? So.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See, my spaghetti squash is really coming away super easy now.
Can I do that?
No, because they're really hot. I mean, it's just coming right off. Right off. And I just scoop out all of the noodles. Put them right in. You're hungry? Dinner is almost ready.
I want that piece right there.
It's all going in there.
This. I got it. That's a thing that lets me in the ASMR.
Yeah.
We do it like
Yeah,
this
handshakes with your friends.
and we do it like this, and we both do it like that, and then at the end we're trying to go like that, and it's kind of hard, and so it's gonna get a little hard. But today we did it, and then
Go ahead and continue stirring.
oh okay.
Yeah. Just not violently. Nice and easy stirs. There you go. Pop that one down in there. Don't squish them. Stir them.
I'm trying to get them all kind of in there.
Mm-hmm.
So clipping chunks.
Mm-hmm. This one.
But you need them really buttery. I'm like, you can put a whole thing of butter in it.
No, that's too much. I'll never cook down, and then you'll just taste butter and no garlic. But we do like a lot of butter. Slight exaggeration on how much there.
Katie at least has to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've never made this.
So you know my noodles. Yeah, my noodles. Yum.
This
Super
would probably
duper
be
yum.
what the broccoli looks like. Like nice and thick and brown. That's what I
It's not brown.
like.
No, we just want them nice and pretty and green, like a bright green color, where they're cooked.
But not too cooked.
Yeah, not too cooked. They're tender.
We don't like. She makes this like she'll put we call it broccoli crack, and so you just like really had to just put some broccoli and then like season a little broccoli on it, and then just cook it for a little while. And
See, I know what you're talking about, but they have no clue what you're talking about. We'll make a video. We'll do broccoli crack in a video. That sounds like a good idea.
that will be the next video down.
No, it won't, probably.
Are these gonna go on Google?
YouTube. We're going to put them on YouTube for other people that want to learn how to cook
Organic foods.
organic food.
I want to go like
Dairy-free, gluten-free.
what will they be called?
What do you mean, what will they be called?
Like the videos. I'm gonna think of a name of what they're gonna be called.
Okay.
I'm
So I got all my noodles in there. I'm just kind of spreading them around here. And nice and garlicky. I can really smell that garlic. It's really, really very fragrant. And I can smell the margarine, the butter in there. It's smelling absolutely delicious. And now we just need to heat up our already cooked chicken.
And then eat it, and I'm gonna eat it in front of everybody. It's all for me.
No, it's not. I'm hungry too.
No, it's all
I get some. No. No. She's being silly. I need to angle that camera down so they can see inside this pot here. I'll do it. You want to stir? Stir a little bit.
Okay.
Here, step down for a second. I'm going to show them. Sit down. I don't want you to get burned on accident. Okay, so if you can see in here, chicken, broccoli, the noodles are all mixed. My wok is extremely heavy. Noodles are all mixed in there. All I'm doing right now is just warming up that chicken. You want to kind of keep it moving at this point.
I left my shirt.
You're nuts.
Where did I get this shirt?
Walmart.
Wait, I mean, like, did you get it for me like my birthday?
No. We don't really sell long sleeve shirts when your birthday comes around.
My birthday's like in summer.
Mm,
A little close to summer.
it's the very end of summer, very beginning of fall, and they don't quite have long sleeve shirts out quite yet. Not around here, anyway. Okay, so I would say we are pretty close to being done. Now, I haven't salted or peppered any of this, so I want to do that. I use real salt. Don't pick your nose on camera.
No.
Go wash your hands, please. It's called real salt. There we go. I use this. I really like it. It's pink. It's a pink salt. Sprinkle that around there. And we want to do a little bit of pepper.
I want to put the pepper on.
No, because the pepper comes out really fast.
Oh.
And this is it's organic black pepper. Really nothing special. I think I found it at my local international farmers market.
Our friend works there.
Yep, our friend works there. And let's give that a stir.
Can't have all the pepper up on the top.
No, can't do that.
And I would be the only one who got pepper on mine. That would be awesome. Like, oh, I'm special.
You are special. You are my special girl.
I can't wait.
Now, whenever I cut up the broccoli, I like to use the stalks as well as the florets. I know some people just like what we call the little treetops, but I like all of it. So just put it all in there. And hey, that is a very sharp knife, ma'am. I would never. Okay, you ready to taste test this thing?
Katie.
Katie will taste it later. She doesn't want to taste it on camera. Okay.
She's sad.
Now, we haven't tasted any of this yet so far.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Are you ready? I'm going to turn that off because I don't want it
That's
to
my
cook
bowl.
anymore. Yes, I have your bowl, and I have your fork right here, sis. Right here. All right. All right. It's hot, so take a bite and blow. I'm going to get me a bowl.
Okay, see this. So
Don't talk like a baby.
okay, I'm gonna eat this.
Blow really good. It's really hot. How's it taste? Is it really yummy?
Yum.
Awesome! Let me taste. I'm just going to reuse my fork that I used to do the squash with. I want to get some broccoli and some noodles and some chicken all in one bite.
And my special food. There's a chicken.
Mmm. That was really good. Mm-hmm. That is really, really good.
I think we should shut the camera. It's kind of rude to just eat a food.
Is it rude? Are we being rude? Comment down below. I want just a little more salt in mine.
Yeah. Salty.
You want me to salt yours?
Salty.
Just a little bit more salt?
I used to eat salt.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did.
No. You eat peanut butter by the spoonful.
Oh, yeah. I eat it. Our peanut butter is almost gone because of me.
Go through a lot of peanut butter around here, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Peanut butter is a vegetable. Yeah, if your
that's really good.
If your mom says, go eat vegetables, go eat peanut butter.
Because peanuts are what? Are they a nut?
No.
No, they're not a nut. What are they? legume,
legume.
which is a bean.
And beans and vegetables.
They can be considered vegetable.
Did you forget to blow?
No, but I was extremely rude and just spoke with my mouth full of food. So don't scold me on that. Anyway, okay. So that is our dinner for tonight. I hope you try it out. Go ahead and cook it. Let me know if you try it, if you like it. If you have any tips on making it better, I would love to hear comments. We always love to switch things up and make things better. You're going to want to use, whatever seasonings you like best.
I like ground cinnamon.
Cinnamon would probably not be a good choice for this dish, but I like where you're going.
I like cinnamon. Remember that one time when we lived in Nixa and I ate cinnamon plain and I was like,
Yeah, that was gross. Anyway,
it was sitting on the counter.
Hit subscribe and follow me for some more videos. Make sure that whenever you hit subscribe, you hit the little bell button so that way you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. And we're going to do another video later on tonight, which probably won't get uploaded for a few days because this one is quite long that I need to edit everything for. So anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Try it out. Give me tips on how to make it better. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.